The hurricane came in true Texas size. 650 miles in diameter, with winds of 136 miles an hour whistling up the channel, and tides 10 feet above normal, flooding the coast as far north as Corpus Christi. In her 13-day rampage through the Caribbean, across the Gulf of Mexico and Yucatan, Beulah already had cost nearly 30 lives. But on September 20 of '67, she finds Texas well prepared, all boarded up and battened down. More than 100,000 people have found safety in the Red Cross shelters.
Winds in the range of 175 miles an hour, though this could well be.
Warnings from Weather Bureau and the Texas Department of Public Safety have done their work. In the state Civil Defense Emergency Operating Center at Austin, Governor Connolly has mobilized the Division of Defense and Disaster Relief and all other major state departments for round-the-clock duty. And in the Rio Grande Valley, more than 1,200 National Guardsmen already are on the scene to help deal with the disaster. As the hurricane passes, the streets of South Texas are littered with wreckage. Port Isabel and South Padre Island lie devastated.
We're out of power and water, our sewage is out, our city hall is blown down, and our schools are torn up.
But warnings and preparation have paid off. Only a single life has been lost. Still, the bill's only begun to be paid, for in Beulah's wake.
Tornado warning. Funnel spotted in the Palacios area, moving north-northwest at 45 miles an hour. 4 dead, 5 critically injured, at least 3 houses destroyed. Tornado damage at New Braunfels, Burnett, Sweet Home.
Beulah's children, more than 100 tornadoes, ripping across all of southern Texas. Even worse than tornadoes, rain. 4 days of unrelenting rain, 20 to 30 inches, twice the normal annual rainfall here. In the western end of the Rio Grande Valley, the 2 great reservoirs that control the river fill to the brim, begin spilling water. The Rio Grande bursts its banks, spreads into an inland sea. And on both sides of the border, by bridge, boat, homemade raft, the refugees are fleeing to high ground. Almost overnight, 7,000 pour into the sleepy American village of Roma. Another 16,000 to Rio Grande City. Local civil defense and Red Cross workers commandeer every available building, find themselves facing almost insuperable problems of feeding, sanitation, shelter. And so does Dr. Mario Ramirez, the only doctor in Roma. After 2 days in the water, many hundreds are ailing. Babies near death from dehydration. Oldsters suffering from exposure. Only large-scale help can save them.
For instance, how many children did you say were here?
But word gets through to the District Director for Disaster Medical Care, Dr. Charles Queen, and is relayed to Austin.
And he said that things are pretty bad out there.
The swamp with refugees.
A lot of sick kids, a lot of diarrhea, immersion.
They've been out in the water, it sounds like. Okay, and what else? How about nurses and so forth, doctors?
You can get that Santa Rosa group down here, especially them, because the bilingual.
Okay, we'll set that up right away, and we'll...
Quickly, the wheels start turning. From San Antonio, the Air National Guard lifts in the first of 4 teams of doctors and nurses from Santa Rosa Medical Center. From Edinburgh, Texas, comes a package disaster hospital, a complete 200-bed unit, one of the 2,500 stored by the Public Health Service at strategic points across the country for use in either natural or nuclear disaster. And with the aid of school nurses and the Santa Rosa group, Dr. Ramirez transforms old Fort Ringgold, once a cavalry post, now a district school, into a working emergency hospital. All through southern Texas, streams that usually flow at a trickle have turned into rampaging rivers. The Guadalupe, the Nueces, the Lavaca, San Antonio are in full flood. 45 million acres of land disappear underwater.